Nithyanandam Paramaskalam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasalisham Tattvamasyatilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes, Nityan, all of you.
Nithyanandam, welcome back.
After this beautiful darshan, satsang, and the power manifestation, and we hope all of you have enjoyed the power manifestation. A lot of sharing on the power manifestation, and understand. And every time that we manifest the power, this is your time to be in oneness with Paramashiva, for which Swamiji has happened specifically for you. Swamiji, who is the incarnation of Paramashiva himself, has landed on this planet Earth to give this superconscious breakthrough to all of us. And since you are here, you are connected, that means you have been longing for this superconscious breakthrough. Whether you remember or not, whether you recognize or not, when you are here, when Swamiji is here, that means you have taken births and births to be in the presence of Swamiji, to be in that presence, to have that superconscious breakthrough. So do not again delude yourself. Come back again and again to Swamiji, to the powerful truth, the cosmic truth that Swamiji is revealing, so that you cognize and realize the ultimate truth, ultimate bliss, the superconscious happening.
All right. So now, having said all that, we are returning back to the program itself. So the Paramashivoham program, day 17. So we'll be moving on with the next segment in our program. And the next segment, of course, is another revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on...
Yes, which is going to be a question answer on the superconscious happening. Understand? The superconscious happening for which we are looking for. Not only we, every human being is looking for, whether knowingly or unknowingly, this superconscious breakthrough. So superconscious happening. So this is going to be revelation by Swamiji. Especially these are the questions that participants have asked. So let's get ready to come. So please come to the space of listening and let's begin.
Anybody, not only spiritual masters, anybody who happened on this planet Earth, any intelligent man, any person with wisdom happened on this planet Earth, if you see his teachings, if you read his words, either directly or indirectly, he will be saying the same thing. Infuse consciousness into your decision-making zone. Infusing awareness into the TQ zone is the ultimate teaching. Nothing more can be said. Nothing can be removed from this one teaching. All meditation, all spirituality, all techniques, everything is nothing but this one line. Infusing awareness into your TQ zone. Oh. That is the mysterious zone in which your decisions are made. If you can infuse a little bit of awareness, that's enough. You are already spiritual. You are becoming Buddha. Now, what is the way? We all know infusing awareness into your TQ zone is necessary. How to do it? How to do? A simple thing. Understand these three things. Whatever way your body moves, try to be inside your boundary. Try to be inside your boundary, wherever you are sitting. Just be inside your boundary. If you see your life, if you are in the house early morning, you are bothering about your office. If you are sitting in the office, you are bothering about the evening beach. If you are sitting in the beach, again you are thinking, when will I go back to house? One thing is sure, if you are here, you are not here. If you are here, you are not here. That has become a mental setup. So understand this first key. Just be where you are. Just be where you are. If you are here, please be here. That's the first key. Next thing, infuse awareness into your inhaling and exhaling as much as possible. Whenever you are sitting, relaxing, watching TV, or driving, whatever you are doing, one thing is sure, you are breathing. Whatever you are doing, we are sure you are breathing. Why don't you infuse a little bit of awareness into your breathing? Why can't you infuse a little bit of awareness into your breathing? Whenever you remember, try to infuse awareness into your inhaling and exhaling. Third thing, bring awareness into the words which you are using with yourself. Try to bring awareness with words which you are using with yourself. Continuously you are using words towards yourself, what I call monologue. Try to bring a little bit of awareness into your monologue. Bring awareness to your inhaling and exhaling. Bring awareness to your monologue and live inside your boundary. Here ends your body and here the universe starts. Please live inside your boundary. If you can live inside your boundary, you will be liberated. Understand? Life is paradox. If you live inside your boundary, you will be liberated from the boundary consciousness. The moment you start living inside your boundary, you are Jivan Mukta. Please understand, Jivan Mukta does not mean, Jivan Mukta means in Sanskrit, we call a person who is liberated when he is living. A person who achieved the spiritual freedom when he is living in the body is called Jivan Mukta in Sanskrit. Liberated means don't think you will have some special powers. Of course, special powers come when you are liberated, that is different. But liberated means the person who is living inside his boundary. If you start living inside your boundary and infuse a little bit of awareness to your inhaling and exhaling, whenever you remember, bring awareness to your monologue, inner chattering. Don't create guilt. If you forget for a few moments, don't bother. You create guilt, again you will be creating conflict between buddhi and ego. No. Don't create conflict between TP and TQ. Don't create guilt. Whenever you remember, just infuse awareness to your inner chattering, to your inhaling and exhaling, and to your body language. Just be aware, be conscious of your body language, how you are holding yourself, how your body is moving, how you are living inside your being, and just be inside your boundary. So these three simple keys can completely liberate you from subconsciousness. It can transform your subconsciousness to superconsciousness. Now I will spend some time with your questions. Any question or discussion are welcome. Any comment. If you are not able to accept any of these words, you are welcome to open. Because whatever I said will be only in the head level. Only when you analyze with question answer and doubts, it can become, you can internalize it. It can become your treasure. Please go. Sorry.
Is there a way to recognize a person who is super conscious?
He will be simply blissful. The person who is super conscious simply will be blissful. And one more thing, the question itself will disappear. I tell you, if you go and sit in front of a man who is super conscious, simply the question will disappear, whether he is super conscious or not. You try your best to doubt him. Simply the root of the doubt will be shaken. The root of the doubt is logic. That will be slowly start slipping. Even without your awareness, without even your awareness, simply the pillars which holds your logic will fall. People ask me, Swamiji, should I accept you as a guru? I tell them, never do that mistake. You can't forget me. You will not be able to forget me. Simply I will be there in your thoughts, in your dreams, in your sleep. Then I am your guru. If that does not happen, please simply forget me and carry your life. Then there is something wrong with me, not with you. So if you are sitting in the presence of a super conscious being, if you see somebody who is super conscious, simply slowly this question itself will start melting. You try your best to doubt. I don't think he's super conscious. Let us see. Try your best to create more and more doubts. Simply the doubts will wither away. The doubts will not stand. That is the only technique. Nothing else can be done. Where your mind loses its control over your decisions. You will be just beyond your mind, beyond your logic, beyond your doubt. The conclusion will happen inside your system, inside your being. Then you can is super conscious. There is no other technique, no other scale, no other method, no other missionaries are invented to find the super conscious level. It's nothing but too much of TP and no TQ. You can help them, especially with the pain. I'll give you a simple technique. I've spoken about this, the discourse called pain to bliss. I'll give you a simple technique. How to infuse awareness into the places where you have pain or into your pains, whether it is physical or emotional. Both can be healed when you infuse awareness. For example, you have a knee pain. Just relax and start searching in the zone where you have pain. Naturally, around this knee area, you will start feeling that pain. You will feel that pain. Now, drop the word pain. If you see your inner chattering, continuously in your monologue, in your inner chattering, you will be repeating the word pain, 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 without your awareness. Be a little aware and drop that word and see what is happening in that area. A small child, if the kid sees something new, how he will look? With all curiosity, with all excitement, how he will look? Same way, look at the area where you have pain with all curiosity, without labeling it as a pain. Without using, first thing, drop the word pain. Don't use the word pain. Just see what's happening there. Some new feeling is there. What is the new feeling? Just see. And slowly you will see the area in which you felt the pain. Instead of the whole knee, it will slowly start shrinking. And instead of one small patch, it will come to one point. Suddenly you will see the whole pain disappears. Understand, I am not proposing a theory. I worked at least 10,000 people with this technique and it works. I worked with cancer patients. I worked with acute arthritis, the spondylitis, people who have got pain all over the body. Even with these patients, I work with this technique. It works miracles. And apart from me working, many of our disciple doctors, they work with this technique. They vouch for this technique. They give testimonial for this technique. Simple technique, infusing awareness into your boundary and your inner chattering. When you infuse awareness to your inner chattering, the word pain, just remove that word. It can be dropped. You will not be repeating it subconsciously, intensely and continuously. You will drop, please drop that word pain. That's the first thing. Means infusing consciousness to your inner chattering. Next thing, infuse awareness to your boundary. Live inside your boundary. Infuse awareness to the boundary where you have pain. And the third thing, you can do this also. Infusing awareness to your inhaling and exhaling at the time of meditation. These three things, if you can do, miracles happen. People come out of the physical pain and the sufferings. Now I will give you a small tips about this emotional pain. Again, infuse awareness to your inhaling and exhaling. All emotional pain is nothing but your inner chattering without awareness. Your monologue without awareness only leads to all emotional pain. If you can just infuse a little bit of awareness and edit continuously your inner chattering. Actually, we don't do censor. That is the problem. We don't censor our inner chattering. We just release the whole thing. For example, if the whole movie is released as it is from the studio without editing, will anybody see? They've done shooting. The whole shooting is just released without editing. The same thing we are doing in our life. Whatever happens, we don't put enough awareness, time, consciousness, energy to do the editing process. That is why our life is a mess. If you just release a movie without editing, it will be just a mess. Same way, if you releasing your inner chattering is what is living. If you start living without editing your inner chattering, you will make your whole life as a mess. So just infuse a little bit of awareness whenever you are in emotional pain, psychological pain. Sit with yourself and start seeing your inner chattering, monologue. You will see that simple awareness itself heals you. It's a beautiful story. Not even a story, it's a real incident. One great king went to Buddha. He was sitting in front of a Buddha and he was simply shaking the legs like this, unconsciously. Suddenly Buddha looked at his, started staring the legs. The moment the Buddha gazed, the Buddha was staring, the Buddha started staring. King simply stopped the shaking. Automatically stopped the shaking. King asked Buddha, how can I stop my mind? Buddha said, the same technique. The moment you became aware, you stopped shaking. The shaking of the legs stopped the moment you became aware. Same way, the moment you became aware of your mind, it stops. The moment you become aware of your emotional pain, psychological suffering, it just gets healed. All you need is infusing awareness. As long as you are unaware, you are in subconscious level, you will have physical and psychological pains. The moment you infuse awareness, physical and psychological, both pains simply disappear. Dissolve. You are not even solving, you are just dissolving. One request. Before trying these techniques, please don't decide it will not work. That's my simple request. You see, when you come here, I don't demand faith. I don't say believe in me. I don't ask faith as a prerequisite. No. I don't ask believe in me. Same way, don't have negative faith. I neither ask you to have faith nor doubt. Don't have faith. And there is no need to have doubt. Just have a simple curiosity to try. Just like a scientist. See, a real spirit of the science is trying to analyze, trying to work, trying to explore. Any hypothesis can be proposed. They'll try to explore. The curiosity or the capacity or the energy to explore is what I need when you work with these techniques. Spirituality also needs the same spirit. Same spirit which a real scientist has got. A real scientist will always be curious, will always be enthusiastic to explore different things, to work. Same way, just have that much of energy or courage to explore. Then you will see miracles will be happening in your being. You will be simply transformed. When you listen the techniques, it looks so simple. You think, no, this all will not work. Or if you feel it is too complicated, then you think, oh, it is too complicated, it will not work. So both the way, you come to conclusion before practicing. Please don't.
Swami, recently I did the mantra meditation. Lot of thoughts are coming. How can I stop not coming?
What you are doing some mantra.
Yeah, doing meditation.
Meditation of which mantra? Which meditation technique?
I do mantra from Baba.
Do mantra from? Oh, I think, sorry.
Lot of thoughts are
No.
coming.
Any technique which is taken from some master, you should ask the advice, suggestion also from that same master. Because she wants you to grow in a particular way. So that is why she gave you some particular technique. It's a technique. When I give you some suggestion, naturally there is a possibility of disturbing you. So no, what I'm saying, I should not give any suggestion. Suggestion or advice should be given only by that person. Because only she knows how much you have grown. You understand? See, now I can give you, I can simply give you some suggestion. But naturally, I do not know how much it will help you. Because only the person who designed the technique, see, only the Ford company can release spare parts for Ford cars. Only the person who launched the product can release the spare parts also. Only he knows the repairing and maintenance method. Same day, she gave you the technique. Now only she can give you the solution. And one more thing, you must follow only her solution. You should not, I request, don't follow my solution. Because my solutions are given to the people who are practicing my techniques. That's the understanding. Yes.
You have used two words to be infused in the PQ zone. Consciousness
Can you
and spirit.
please little more wide?
What is the difference? How do I
Sorry.
know? How does one know?
Sorry that I'm not able to hear because of the sound.
You use two words
Yes.
relating to infusion in the PQ zone, consciousness and spirit. What is the difference and how does one know what one is doing?
When you are working, it is called consciousness. When you are achieved, it is called spirit. That's all. When you are working, when you are trying to infuse consciousness, along with your consciousness, naturally few thoughts will be there. In the working time, it is called consciousness. When you achieve, it is called spirit. It's like let me give you this small example. Consciousness is like a 18 karat gold. Spirit is like a 24 karat gold, that's all. And if you don't have any doubt, you can be sure you achieve the spirit. The work is over. If you are having doubts, but still you are working, then it is consciousness. That's all. Consciousness is the path, spirit is the realization. We can say the superconscious can be called as the spirit. Consciousness is like you are working, you are trying to move on the path. That's all. Let's give that mind.
I used to practice Vipassana meditation for a long time, and then you become very calm and blissful. And then I stopped, unfortunately, for some time. And then when I started again now, there's so many dark and sort of very depressed feel for some time. And I'm not able to get over that hump.
Oh, that's a nice question. Actually, if you have suppressed a lot of emotions and do Vipassana, you will have this feeling. Whatever you have suppressed, your suppression, depression, everything will come up. The best way, before doing this technique, start doing some catharsis. Either do some loud Glasgolia, which we call Manipura meditation. Glasgolia means just shouting in the language which you don't know for 5 minutes. Just start screaming. You may feel funny, but when you do it, you will understand all your suppressed emotions will be simply cleansed. I always make people to do this technique in my meditation camp. In our meditation camp, the first we do is catharsis. Throw away whatever you have. See, once all the garbage is taken out, simply meditation happens to you. I will not force sanity upon you. Once the insanity is pulled out, sanity happens to you. Simply the sanity blossoms in you. Simply it happens. So before doing the Vipassana, for a few minutes, for 5 to 10 minutes, if you can just blabber or start screaming, just loud noise, do something like this, nonsensical. You will see simply your whole mind and body settles into the meditation without falling into depression. You will vomit everything out.
Namaskaram, Swamiji. First, I would like to talk in my language so I can express my emotions. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் நீங்கள் திருப்பி வந்ததுக்கு. உங்களை இந்தியாவில் பார்க்கணுன்னு ட்ரை பண்ணி தான் முடியல. ஸோ மனசில் உங்களை திருப்பி பார்க்கணுன்னு என்னமோ தெரியல. திருப்பி இப்போ நாங்கள் ஊர்லேருந்து வந்திருக்கோம். நீங்கள் கரெக்டாக வந்து சாப்பிட்டு எனக்கு வந்து மெயில் பண்ணேன். Last time when I attended the discourse in the temple, I had so many questions. I didn't want to ask. Some questions were I felt silly and I was kind of shy. But this time when I attended the discourse, you're
actually, I always tell people who feel shy to ask questions. You see, why do you feel shy? If you ask, you think you will look like a fool. Everyone will be looking at you. You will look like a fool. If you ask, you will look like a fool. You may look like a fool. If you don't, you will be a fool. Whether to look like a fool or be a fool is our decision. So it's always better to spell out. If we don't ask, we will be a fool. If we ask, at least we will only look like a fool. We will not be a fool. We will have an answer. Okay.
But this time, most of the things which you're explaining now, it's it's clarifying everything which I heard in the temple. So I'm a slow listener and probably slow in breath.
Actually, this is the science of the whole thing. This is the science based on meditation techniques are created. This is the science based. You can create meditation techniques. This is the master key for all the meditation techniques. Meditation techniques are the master keys. This is the master key of the master keys.
I did notice a difference in me after I met you last time. My actions changed. Probably more awareness came. I'm a lot more less. Before I was very hyper. I think I'm in the medium scale. Maybe I have to bring down myself. Probably by the time I meet you next time, I'm going to be a different human being. So
That's nice.
So as for now, I'm like so joyful. I have no question.
That's nice. The very conscious decision, by that time I'll meet you next time, I'll be a different person. It's more than enough to have that shift or the transformation. We don't respect the power of our conscious decision. Actually, first of all, we don't respect ourselves. Where is the question of conscious decision? We don't respect, we don't think ourselves as an entity. That is why nobody else also thinks ourselves as an entity. Because we don't think ourselves as an entity, others also don't think ourselves as an entity. That's a basic trouble. If you think your conscious decision is powerful, simply people will obey. People come and ask me, Swamiji, how to impress others, how to influence people. I tell them, first influence yourself. Integrate yourself. Believe that you can influence yourself and others. The moment you influence yourself, you integrate yourself, you will become such a power, such an energy. Simply people can't resist, they will follow you. Anybody whose consciousness has become a leader will simply start leading. Will simply start leading. Whatever profession you are, wherever you are, whether you are in business or a job or a doctor or a lawyer or anything, if your consciousness is a leader, you will simply lead. If your consciousness is a follower, even if you are the CEO chair, you will be following somebody, imitating somebody. You will be imitating somebody. You will not be leader. Leader or the follower is based on consciousness. It is based on the state of your mind, not the status of your chair. Leader is a state, not status. Please be very clear. People who achieve the status without achieving the state never stay in the status. Even if you are in the status, without the state, you will not be enjoying it. If you are in that state, the status will simply follow you. Even if you don't have the status, you will be enjoying your life. So it is necessary to achieve the state, then status. Status will simply follow you if you achieve the state. Yes.
Pranam Guruji, you mentioned about Patanjali. According to Patanjali, there are 8 sutras. One among them is meditation. It starts with yama, niyama, etc. Before attaining samadhi, you get at meditation, if I am not wrong.
Yes,
So
right.
it can be directly enter into this zone, that is dhyana, without following yama, niyama.
It's a wonderful question. See, even to practice yama niyama, you need certain integrity and energy, certain TQ, which is not there in the modern men today. The modern men, even that much of TQ is not there. Even to follow what your buddhi says, you need a TQ. See, modern men, in this modern day society, man has become simply a schizophrenia. There is nobody who can be called as normal man. The normal level itself has become abnormal. Or the abnormal level has become normal. The abnormal level has become Normal. That is why they say that in the medical terms, the border level. That border level. Huh? What do you call the medical way? Borderline. I heard one of our Dr. Devotee was telling me, Swami, that borderline sanity they call. People will look almost normal. They will walk and talk, do things almost normal. But once you go near, you are gone. So that's why they say before getting married, better to live with that person at least 6 months. You will come to know whether he's in the borderline or he's okay. So the borderline problem, the abnormal level has become normal level. So all we need to do is immediately we need to do some meditation, infusing awareness, so that we can become man. Then we can go for practicing the yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. The 7 steps or the 8 steps. The 8th is a samadhi. It's not a step, it is achievement. 7 is the step. We can go for all these steps. But first, we have to become man. For that itself, you need to increase your TQ. Thank you.
With your presence, I feel that I have become graduated from KG level to the high school. And I want to be a college graduate with your techniques. I'm so happy to see you again.
Again, the only one technique, increase the TQ. Increase the TQ, that's all. Actually, when you increase the TQ, that's the real Nidhi. Lakshmi means increasing the TQ. Lakshmi, the very word in Sanskrit, means increasing the TQ. When you increase the TQ, with the same house, you feel more comfortable. With the same furniture, you feel more luxurious. With the same people, you feel blissful. With the same situation, you feel joyful. Actually, Lakshmi is added when you increase the TQ. Of course, because of your right decision making, wealth is also will be added. You will have a bigger car. When the moment the TQ becomes big, your car will become big, your house will become big, your life will become big, everything will become big. Because of your decision making power, because of your clarity, that is true. Apart from that, your being, your Lakshmitva, the capacity to enjoy, the energy of the wealth consciousness. That is what the wealth consciousness will simply increase. Increasing the TQ is what I call creating affluence. Creating affluence is nothing but increasing your TQ.
Swami, we have been always taught that ego is something bad, that we should try to get rid of ego. But the way you explained, if there is sufficient TQ, the ego will let us make a good decision.
You see, if there is sufficient TQ, ego will disappear into Atman. Did you see a small diagram? Under that ego there is written a small diagram I put something called Atman. When the TQ is less, you are egoistic. When the TQ is more, there is no ego. Simply the ego disappears. Ego disappears. Only Atman shines. So it is all about TQ. I think it is time. We'll end the session. So I pray to the ultimate divine, the divine energy, the consciousness, eternal bliss which is in all your hearts. Let you all understand these great truths and let you practice and experience the eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Yes. So again and again, infuse the more TQ, the quantum quantum time. So basically infusing the consciousness into your being again and again. So actually Swamiji gave the example of how Buddha, where a person, he was just shaking his leg And the moment he became conscious of his action, he just stopped shaking his leg. So the moment we become aware of our emotions, sufferings, we just enter into that consciousness. So with this, now we'll be entering into the next revelation by Swamiji, which is going to be on the question and answer on the time shaft. So time shaft is the collection of everything, eternity, time, present, past, and future, and which is eternity. And we can only touch the time shaft only when we are in the present. So Swamiji will be revealing on this with the question and answer session, so that we can understand and grasp, cognize these truth. So let's come to the space of listening, and let's get ready to listen, understand, and cognize this truth on the time shaft.
Your future is available to you. As long as you live based on the past, naturally you will see the past will automatically penetrate the future. Instead of you living the future, past will be living the future. Past will be living the future. A small thing you understand, a very simple thing. It is from this moment, next moment takes birth. If you believe in this moment that you can't drop some habit because it is past, naturally you can't drop it in the future. So, coming out of the past, coming to the present moment, you will start having a new understanding about the future. You will start having a new realization about the future. One more thing. When you sincerely penetrate the present moment, the eternity, the present moment, the time shaft stops moving. Time shaft stops moving. Somebody asked Buddha, what's your age? He just remains silent. They ask him again, Buddha, tell me what's your age? He says, what can I say? Eternity is the only word I can say. In the 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna declares, the Rajaviti Rajaviti Yoga, Krishna says, O Arjuna, the same science is delivered by me to Sun God, to Ishwagu, and now to you. Arjuna gets shocked. Arjuna says, what are you talking? You are just 40 years old. But Sun God and Ishwagu are all 5,000 years old. How can you say, you Krishna, you gave this knowledge to Sun God? Krishna says, Arjuna, you don't understand what I say. Time shaft never moves when you penetrate the present moment. When Krishna says, I gave the same science to Sun God, he is not telling the lie. Please be very clear. He is telling the truth. When you actually enter into present moment, you just become past, present, and future. You experience a different space. The problem is we have experienced only the horizontal line of the time shaft. Past, present, and future. We know only the horizontal line of the time shaft. But if you come to the present, if you just stay in the present moment, you will experience a different dimension, what we call vertical dimension. The vertical dimension, in vertical dimension, there is no time, there is no past, there is no future, it is eternity. That is what we call enlightenment. That is what we call enlightenment. The man who has experienced the past, present, and future, the horizontal shaft and the vertical shaft, is the person who is enlightened. When you die in this horizontal shaft, horizontal space of past, present and future. When you die in this horizontal line, you will experience a vertical line, which is different space, timeless, spaceless zone, what we call as Chidakasha. What we call as Chidakasha in Sanskrit. That is why again and again our masters declare it is eternity, it is eternity, it is eternity. All our idea of time and the past and the future is just an idea. It is not reality. When you get even the very small glimpse of present moment, you will understand the future and the past. If you can experience the present moment, the experiencing present moment is what I call meditation. You see, for meditation, you don't need to do anything differently. People come and ask me, Swamiji, is meditation extraordinary thing? I tell them, according to me, meditation is the most ordinary thing. Nothing else is necessary. If you are aware how you are sitting, how your body is, what you are doing, what you are listening, just the present moment, the awareness of the present moment can lead you to the meditation, can put you into the present moment, can give you the glimpse of vertical space of the time shaft. One glimpse can change your whole life. Just one glimpse. But the difficulty is, because it is so simple, we miss it again and again. If you are asked to do something complicated, you will never miss it. Because anything which is complicated is ego satisfaction. Anything very complicated gives you the ego satisfaction. I have seen in India people walking from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill to have the Lord's Darshan in Tirupati. In so many hills, people walk uphill, people go around the hills, but they can never sit silently for 10 minutes. Ask them to sit silently, no. They can't sit. You can sit with anybody, you can't sit with yourself. You can sit with anybody, but you can't sit with yourself. Sitting with yourself, what I call meditation. If you can sit with yourself without even having thinking or any words in your mind, you will experience the glimpse of time shaft. When you experience, naturally, the future will be under your control. People come and ask me, Swamiji, can you predict my future? I tell them, I can change your future. Why do you bother about predicting the future? Don't bother about predicting the future. There are thousands of fools sitting and predicting the future continuously. Go to India, under every banyan tree, one guy will be sitting with a parrot. The parrot himself doesn't know about his future. That is why he's under the cage. But you people go and sit there in front of the parrot and ask about your future. And that guy himself don't have a house. He's homeless, sitting under the banyan tree. He will guide you when he will build your house. That is what is predicting the future. Don't bother about predicting the future. Future is actually under your control. When I say, again your mind plays a game. Swami speaks nicely, but these are all not practical. I am a grihastha, these are all not for me. He's an enlightened person, he's a Swami, he can talk all these things, this is not for us. You know, your mind knows all cunning methods to escape from present moment. Understand? Just like any being in the planet Earth, your mind has also its own instinct to survive. So it gives enough of confusion, enough of misunderstanding, enough of doubts so that it can keep you under its control. It can keep you under its control. That is the reason, again and again and again, you are in the clutches of the past or in the future. Experience the present. You will experience a different dimension of your being. The first level, you get the power to see the future. The next level, you get the power to change the future. In the third level, you understand there is no past and future. In the first, you start seeing the future. In the next, in the intellectual level, you start seeing the future. In the emotional level, you get the power to change the future. That is what I say. Shakti to make your dreams into reality. In the third level, you get the buddhi. The reality itself is the dream. The whole reality is your dream. That's a beautiful story. A great Zen master, an enlightened master, he wakes up from the bed every morning and starts sleeping suddenly. Starts sleeping. Disciples are all surprised. What happened? Master, what happened to you? You are an enlightened person. Enlightened person is not supposed to cry. You cannot cry. What happened to you? Why are you weeping? Master says, no, I dreamt as if I became butterfly last night. The disciples asked, what is there in that? After all, a dream, forget about it. Now you have become all right. You are here. Why do you bother about dreams? Forget. Drop it. Why are you crying for that? Master says, no, I don't understand whether I dreamt that I became butterfly or that butterfly is now dreaming that it has become a master. Whether I dreamt I became butterfly or that butterfly is dreaming now that it has become master. I do not know. I am not able to understand. That is why I am weeping. Understand one thing. There is no guarantee that you are sitting and listening to my discourse. There is every chance it can be one more dream. There is no scale. People tell me, no, Swamiji, I can pinch and see. No, in the dream also you can pinch yourself and say it is not a dream. So there is no guarantee. There is every chance you may be sitting in the dream and listening to my discourses. There is nothing sure that you are in waking state. When your conscious level raises to the third level, to the upper level, you understand whatever is so-called reality is nothing but your dreams. The person who realizes whatever you think as reality is nothing but dream, he is the one we call awakened, the Buddha. Buddha means awakened. There is only two kind of people in the world. One is Buddha, another one is Buddhu. That's all. Either you are Buddha or Buddhu. There is no third level. Either you are awakened or you are wrapping in the darkness. When you experience the present moment, even one glimpse can give you the taste of different space in your being. The taste of different space in your energy. Understand, these are the three levels. When you touch the time shaft just for one glimpse, you get the power to see the future. When you penetrate it little bit, you get the power to change the future. When you penetrate the time shaft totally, you realize the past, future idea itself is dream. In search of miracles should lead you to beyond miracles. You can start searching for miracles. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, why don't you do some miracle? It's a usual thing. Anywhere I go, please Swamiji, do some miracle. How much you tell the people? No, doing miracle is nothing. That is not a real thing. Just materializing something or teleporting something is not a real miracle. Transforming the human lives is the greatest miracle. How much you tell? But people again want to watch something. People again want to have something. When you have the craving, when you start mongering for mysteries, you will miss the mystery of mystery, which is God. Please be very clear. When you start searching only for miracles, you miss the greatest miracle, the whole existence. The greatest miracle is existence. If you start searching something, only some small things are miracle. If you start thinking only few things are miracle, you will miss the greatest miracle, which is universe, which is the great existence. Understand, don't miss the great miracle, which is existence, which is universe, the divine. So, in such a miracles is good path to start, good place to start, but bad place to end. Right place to start, wrong place to end. So let your search for miracles lead you to the energy which is miraculous itself. Let it lead you to the space where we experience the greatest miracle, the whole existence, the prapancha, the universe. Raman Maharshi says beautifully, the blood becoming blood in your body is the greatest miracle. But we take all these great miracles for granted and search for something else. Search for some other miracles. Understand and look a little deeply. Come to the present moment, you will understand the whole universe is nothing but a miracle. The whole universe is the greatest miracle. You will experience the greatest miracle which we call universe. So, let you experience the glimpse of the present moment. Let you experience the glimpse of the present moment in your being, in your space, and let you experience the bliss, eternal bliss, the Nithyananda. Thank you.
And a little bit more how to stay in the present and how to penetrate the present moment. Can you explain it?
Wonderful question. I'll repeat the question. She asks, can you elaborate more? Can you explain a little bit more how to live in the present moment? See, a simple technique, very one single line technique. Live inside your boundary, that's all. Just live inside your boundary. You know where your boundary ends. Are you aware of your boundary?
I don't know. It depends upon person to person, I guess.
You see, what you think as your boundary as on now? Your body. Surely not more than that. Don't think you are Atman. Unless you realize you are Atman, you are not Atman. If you think you are Atman, you miss the whole thing. You are Atman has to be realized, not to be thought. As on now, you know only one thing. You are body. This is what is your boundary. Start living inside that boundary. Start living inside the boundary. People ask me. People ask me, Swamiji, should we renounce to become enlightened? I tell them, you don't need to renounce anything which you have. Just renounce what you don't have, that is enough. The future is, you don't have the future now in your hand. Just renounce that, that's enough. The past and the future you don't have. Renounce what you don't have, that is enough. Live what you have. The present moment, you see, the body is what you have now. This is your boundary. Start living inside your boundary. Just a minute, I will finish this answer, then you can question. We always create a next doubt. Swamiji, if I start living inside my body, stop thinking about the future, how will I chronologically plan my day-to-day activity? I tell you one important thing. to plan your day-to-day activity, your chronological planning never takes your energy, never sucks your energy. 99% of your energy is sucked by psychological worrying, not by chronological planning. If you just do the chronological planning, you will never feel drained. You will never feel stressed out. But 99% of your energy is sucked, wasted just by psychological worrying. Start living in the present moment. Whenever you remember, when you are driving the car, if you remember, suddenly do only one thing. How your hands are holding the steering. How comfortably you are sitting. Just feel how your legs are placed. How your body is. Just witness what is happening inside your body. What is happening inside your mind. Just be in the present moment. Whenever you remember. Again and again and again. When you are walking, when you are sitting, when you are talking, when you are eating, when you are doing things, again and again, be in the present moment. You will see, you will have a glimpse of time shaft. Yes, please. Your question.
You answered it.
Thank you.
Just a question.
Yes.
How do you drop guilt from the past?
Understand one thing. Sorry. He asks how to drop the guilt from the past. One simple story you need to understand. There was a great rishi doing tapasya in the forest. He is doing tapasya. He has not become enlightened. One night, midnight, one thief came to his house, his ashram, and asked for a place to stay for that night. The rishi doesn't know he's a thief. He said, please come and stay. He gave the place, he gave the food, everything. Next day morning, the thief is leaving the ashram. He said, oh Swamiji, I am very grateful for you. You helped me in the midnight. I am grateful. Please bless me. I am now leaving. Then the rishi asked, who are you? What you are doing? He declared, I am a thief. Yesterday night only I have stolen from the palace and I was escaping. You gave me the place and saved me. Thank you. He told and left. Now the rishi started feeling guilty. He started praying to God intensely. Oh God, please forgive me. I have done such a big sin. I gave food and shelter for a thief. How big sin it is. He started weeping profusely, asking God to forgive him. Suddenly he heard a voice from above. That voice is also weeping profusely. The rishi asked, oh God, why are you weeping? I am weeping, I have done a sin. Why are you weeping? God says, you have given food and shelter for him only one day. You say that is a sin. I am giving for 365 days. What do I? Where can I go and wash my sin? Understand? The moral of the story is, only you have the idea, saint and sinner. God never has got that idea. Society rubber stamps you as a saint or as a sinner. All the rules are created for the harmonious living. Please understand. All the rules are created. What for? To live a harmonious way. You will not kill me so that I will not kill you. Both of us will live happily. That is the basic understanding. In course of time, it has become a law. That's all. So all rules, all regulations are created to live a harmonious, happy life. That's all. But the moment you internalize the rules, the moment you take them seriously, beyond the understanding, see, as long as you follow the rules with understanding, your life will be happy. When you start following the letter instead of spirit, you start creating the guilt. If you want to go beyond the law, if you want to escape from the law, do only one thing. Drop the spirit, catch the letter. You can simply escape from the law. When you catch the letter, leaving the spirit, you can legally go beyond the law. You can legally go beyond the law. Whenever you catch the spirit, you never fall in guilt. Whenever you catch the letter, you fall in guilt. There was a small incident which happened in a South Indian monastery. In that monastery, there was a pet cat. There was a cat. That Swami used to love that cat very much. He used to take care of that cat. Whenever morning he does puja, the cat will come and disturb his puja. It will drink the milk and run around. It will create disturbance. So one day that Swami decided, before starting the puja, he told the disciples, I come catch the cat and cover it with a basket. Then I will start the puja. So they caught the cat and covered it. He started the puja. Every day before starting the puja, he used to instruct, catch the cat. They will catch the cat, cover it with basket, then puja will start. By and by, one day the master also died and the cat also died. Disciples are now in a big trouble. Without cat, how to do puja? They thought how to worship, how to do the worship without cat. So they sent for a person to get some cat at least from forest. They brought the cat, covered it with basket, then puja started. And after a few days, getting cat has become a big difficulty. Every day, how will you get one new cat? And naturally, getting cat has become a big difficult. Finally, the disciples said, you see, it has become Kali Yuga, Iron Age. When you can't get the cat, how can we do puja? All right, stop the puja. Whenever you miss the spirit and catch the letter, you do the same mistake. So whenever you have the guilt, look a little deep. Look a little deeply. You will be catching the letter, leaving the spirit. Don't leave the spirit. Don't catch the letter. Actually, master is the finger pointing to the moon. Master, enlightened master is finger pointing to the moon. If you see the moon, you will exactly realize or you get the benefit of the master. What for you go to the master? To see the moon only. He is the finger pointing to the moon. If you see the moon, you are enlightened. You really achieved what has to be achieved. But the problem is, you don't see the moon. You catch hold of his finger and hand. You catch hold of his finger and hand. When you catch his finger and hand, naturally you also miss the moon. Because you are catching and hanging, the hand will change. The next generation also will miss the moon. Next generation also will miss the moon. Whenever you catch the spirit, you will never create guilt. When you catch the letter, you will always have guilt. I always tell people, don't catch Nithyananda, catch Nithyananda. Catch Nithyananda. Catch the spirit, catch the energy, not the form. I always tell people, when you imbibe the eternal bliss, Nithyananda, you will see Nithyananda will be there. When you stop imbibing the energy, you will naturally, even if the form is there, you will miss it. You will not have it. In your life, in the Vedanta, see, the rishis are such a courageous people. Rishis are the only people on the planet Earth who declared their literatures can be updated. All messiahs, all masters have not accepted that their words can be updated. Rishis have declared Smritis can be updated. There are two kinds of scripture in Vedanta, Shruti and Smriti. Shruti means the literature which speaks about Atmajnana, Upanishad. That is the ultimate. There is a second kind of literature, Smriti, which says about day-to-day life, the social law. Our rishis are so bold, they declare Smriti can be updated day by after every yuga. You see, the Smriti means the day-to-day law. If you catch hold of the day-to-day law, that only creates the guilt. Don't get caught by the day-to-day law. Understand and update the Smriti. When the software can be updated, why not Smriti? When you stop updating, you stop growing. Freedom is the basic condition for growth. Our rishis have clearly declared Smritis can be updated. One more thing. Where is the rule? What is right and wrong? Tell me. In some place, in some country, in some religion, vegetarianism is the rule. In some other country, non-veg is the rule. In some place, this is right. In some place, this is wrong. See, what is food for somebody is poison for another person. So, the morality is supposed to be based on consciousness, not on conscience. If it is based on conscience, it is just skin deep. It is just skin deep. Please be very clear. Of course, I don't say go and do all the mistakes, no. But I tell you, any morality should be based on understanding, not on fear and greed. If it is based on the hell and heaven concept, you will miss the whole thing. You will miss the whole thing. I always tell people, morality should be based on consciousness, not based on conscience. See, for children, you need to tell, if you don't do this, I won't give you candy. If you do this, I'll beat you. For children, it is okay, based on fear and greed. But even after growing, if your morality is based on fear and greed, you are immature, you are not grown. Stand up. It is time to prove you are a grown-up person. Don't carry the same mental setup. It is time that your morality should be based on maturity and consciousness, not based on hell and heaven concept, not based on the idea of fear and greed. How long you can have your morality based on fear and greed? No, it can never. So come out. I always tell people, I don't believe in conscience, I believe in consciousness. Conscience is a poor substitute for consciousness. Consciousness is natural, conscience is societal. Conscience is given to you by society. If you are born and brought up in a Vaishnavite family, non-veg is a great sin for you. If you are born and brought up in an Islam family, non-veg is a usual thing for you. So it is just societal, not natural. So drop all your foolish guilt. Again and again understand. The very understanding is enough. Do you say, Swamiji, I understand fire will burn, but again and again I have temptation to put my hand? You don't say that. When you understand fire will burn, you drop. You keep yourself away from fire. Understand, guilt is just foolishness. And naturally you can keep yourself away from it. Thank you.
So a beautiful revelation by Swamiji on the time shaft itself. The time shaft where when you are in touch with the in the present, only then you can experience the eternity, past, present, and future. That's how Swamiji says that when Krishna says that the signs he gave to the sun god, to Ikshvaku, then Arjuna was shocked. You're just 40 years old. How can you give the signs to sun god? So says you are looking at the body, but I am looking at the Atma itself, the super consciousness, which is eternal. And same, he gave the example of Buddha. Somebody asked Buddha, what is rage? Buddha says, what can I say? So only when we are in the present, we can touch the eternity, the time shaft. And how we can guilt, as Swami shares about the guilt. When we remove the guilt, only then we will be able to create our future. Otherwise, the past repeats on into the future.
It's another revelation, beautiful revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is in terms of catching the spirit of what is intended, not the letter of the law, the spirit of the law, not the letter of the law. So if we get stuck to the letter of the law, similar to how Swamiji said, how can you do a puja without a cat? So because that has been ingrained in them, they thought that was the intention, but no. It is important to understand what the spirit of the law is, what the spirit of the so another example Swamiji gave was in terms of morality. See, morality is different for different countries. It's different for different societies, different peoples, different nations. So we cannot base our morality, we cannot base that on the conscience. So conscience will depend on where you are, what is acceptable, but it should be on consciousness, which is the eternal truth. So very, very important, powerful words by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
So we have come to the conclusion of the day. So it was a beautiful revelations by Swamiji on today, as it was the Gangadhara Murthy, and so much powerful revelations by Swamiji. And hope you have learned, cognized these truths that Swamiji has revealed on so many. What is the science of miracles? How Guru transforms your whole life itself, and how enlightenment is the solution for the being level solution. What Guru disciple relationship exactly means, and how you can actually, what is the basis of the Guru disciple relationship itself. And lastly, we had the beautiful sessions, the question answer sessions on the time shaft itself.
All right, so we are going to close today. So thank you very much for being with us. It's been a pleasure hosting you today. Thank you very much. We're going to end the day with the Purna Mantra. So requesting everyone that sit comfortably with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Let us bring our hands in Anjali Mudra in front of our chest as we start the mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukar Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Yes, thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. Please make sure you don't miss the yoga. So yoga is marks the start of the day. It is a very important component where we get to align to the cosmos, to the cosmic energies. And of course, yoga means unity of mind, body, and spirit. So please make sure that you join us for the yoga early. And then, of course, stay on for another wonderful day of program.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Nithyanandam.